Hi, my name's Heather Wagner, and my husband and I own CoolWag, and I wanted to explain to you guys today what a temp test meet and greet looks like at CoolWag. So first, I'm going to explain what it's like for the human, the experience, and second, I'll explain what it's like for your pup. So when you come in and bring your pup, you'll enter in the entrance door. One thing to note is there will be slip leads out right by that entrance door outside. If your dog wears a harness or some kind of a contraption that's difficult to get off, if you could switch that out for a slip lead before they come in, that way it's a lot faster for us to get them through the door. You'll come in and there'll be 2 gates in front of you. Your pup will go through the gate in front and you will quickly go into the gate to your right. That puts you into the human area. The human area is our safe zone for humans, and that way nobody will jump on you. Another dog can come in through the hallway. In that area, we can have conversations with you, talk about what's going on for the day, or if you're boarding in the future, we can talk about feeding, medicine, the different things that you need. You'll see a temp test board as you walk in. Your dog's name will be listed there, and there'll be a little alarm next to it. We'll set that alarm for 2 to 3 hours after you come. That will remind us to send you a text to let you know how your dog is doing. If you don't get a text within 2 or 3 hours, feel free to give us a call or text us over and find out what's going on, but we try to be proactive about that. You might hear that your dog is a wallflower, which means that they're just kind of hanging out on the side and watching, which is pretty normal for dogs that are new to a group. You might hear that they are playing and having a great time, or you might hear that they're a little bit nervous and we're rotating them so that they don't get too overwhelmed. Maybe they're displaying some kind of extra energy that the other dogs are having a hard time with, and at that point we'll let you know that maybe they would be more for the bookworm program. So we have 2 programs, social butterflies and bookworms. We accept both. We just have different ways that we do things, and you can read about that on our website if you want more information. First days can be a little bit kind of like first day of kindergarten for a kid, maybe a little bit nerve-wracking, but our staff is really well trained in how to handle that. The temp test lasts 4 hours. We like to do it for 4 hours because that's about the time it takes for them to show their true colors when they're away from you. It gives them time to learn that it's okay to be away from you, that the people and dogs here are nice, and it gives them a positive experience. And then when you pick them up, it makes them super happy. When they come back, it's much easier for them to adjust quicker and accept their home away from home. Once they feel comfortable with us, and we can tell because of their body language, we're trained in that, we will bring in a calm dog that is maybe not too reactive about being around other dogs. That will give your dog, time to get used to being around another dog and comfortable with them. Once we see that they're comfortable with that dog, we'll bring a little bit more reactive and playful dog, and we'll watch that interaction, both sides. So now your dog is with 2 other dogs. Once we see their comfort level with those 2 dogs, then we will make the determination if we bring in just 1 more dog for them to get used to, or if we bring in the group of dogs. A group of dogs is typically 15, so that's 14 other dogs that would come and play with your dog. Sometimes it's less. In that moment, we watch very closely, and there's usually 2 of us, sometimes 3, to make sure things are going well. So what we're looking for in the yard is that your dog has a consistent behavior with the other dogs, and that they're consistent amongst themselves with your dog. That helps us set this up so that we feel like it's more predictable of what's going to happen, and we have a really good outcome. Sometimes they stay a wallflower, but they're still engaging in their mind, they're still watching, they're learning things, and they enjoy that. It's hard to tell what's going on, but we do watch for any signs of stress, any signs of that they're not comfortable, and if that's the case, then we will let you know. But if they're just sitting back and watching the other dogs, that just might be their personality that they like to watch. That doesn't mean that they're not having fun here. Just because they don't necessarily like group play doesn't mean that they're not getting a lot out of it. If there is anything that tells us to slow down, we'll slow down. Your dog's in charge of this. We watch their interactions, we watch their body language, and we go at their pace. The great thing about the way that we do it is your dog is not brought into a group of dogs. The group of dogs are brought into your dog who's there with other dogs. So they don't feel singled out all of the dogs aren't sniffing them all at once. They don't get that overwhelming, kind of a negative feeling that they might get from being brought into a group of dogs in a new environment. Instead, it's one at a time at their pace. Like I said, your dog will either be a wallflower for a little while, and a lot of times they'll come out of that, or they'll be really gregarious and love playing with their friends, or they might be a little bit intense. Whatever it is, we'll let you know what's going on. So during the temp test, if we see things that we could help you improve about some of your dog's manners, we do have training available. We can do it during daycare, we can do it during boarding, or we can do it as a private lesson. If you do decide that you want to do some training with us, we will ask that we have at least a half an hour of your time to go over what we're going to teach in the beginning before the training so that you can keep it going at home. Our trainers are all certified. I'm a CCPDT knowledge and skills assessed trainer, which took me a long time to get. And we do all positive reinforcement here, and we have great results. So we can help you get your dog's manners on a higher level, which will also help us with their play and help your dog have a better experience here and at home. So let us know if you want some training. So we can't wait to see your dog on your temp test day. Welcome to Northwest Arkansas if you just moved here. And if this is just your first time at CoolWag, welcome to CoolWag. We can't wait to see you and your pup.